It's December 5th, 1872, and the crew of a British merchant ship sailing between Portugal and the Azores spots a two-masted vessel drifting awkwardly. The weather is calm, but as they get closer, they notice nobody is at the steering wheel. They fly signal flags to make contact, but get absolutely no response. Looking across the deck, there isn't a single sailor visible. The mysterious vessel turns out to be the Mary Celeste. It had left New York City about a month earlier on a routine commercial voyage bound for Genoa, Italy. This is Captain Benjamin Briggs. He was sailing alongside his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and 7 highly experienced crew members. Briggs had spent his life at sea and was known as a disciplined, cautious, and deeply religious man. This reputation makes the fact that he would abandon his ship mid-voyage deeply confusing. The boarding party treats the ship like an active crime scene, searching every corner. They find no bodies, no blood, and 0 evidence of any physical violence. Below deck, everything looks normal. The crew's personal belongings are untouched. There's plenty of fresh water and food in storage, and the captain's sword is still hanging neatly in its sheath. The ship itself is completely seaworthy. The sails need some repair, and there is a small amount of water pooled in the hold, but the vessel is in no danger of sinking. But they do notice one crucial detail. The ship's only lifeboat is gone. 10 people, including an infant, chose to leave a sound vessel packed with food and shelter to drift into the open Atlantic in a tiny rowboat, turning a simple disappearance into a maritime locked room mystery. Investigators immediately test the obvious theories. First up, piracy. But criminals boarding to rob it would likely take the thousands of dollars worth of cargo, money, and jewelry left sitting in the open. Then they look at mutiny. If the crew turned on Captain Briggs, a violent uprising would leave broken furniture, blood, or damage, yet the cabin remains pristine. This lack of logical evidence created a vacuum that the public filled with wilder ideas, involving sea monsters, a giant squid, or alien abductions. These vintage newspaper clippings from the late 19th century demonstrate how media prioritized sensationalism over facts. This exaggeration helped sell papers, but clouded the actual investigation. This is a portrait of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Before he created Sherlock Holmes, he and other novelists wrote fictionalized accounts of the Mary Celeste, featuring dramatic murders, stories the public quickly started accepting as actual history. While society focused on ghost stories and fiction, investigators overlooked a massive, highly volatile piece of physical evidence sitting quietly in the ship's hold. Take a look at these wooden barrels. The Mary Celeste was carrying over 1,700 of them, completely filled with highly concentrated industrial alcohol. This diagram shows the lower hull. Leaking alcohol releases explosive, invisible vapors into the tight space. Modern experiments prove these vapors can ignite, creating massive pressure waves. It feels like an imminent explosion, but the flash happens so fast it leaves no major damage. If Captain Briggs smelled those fumes and felt the pressure shift, he would have made the rational choice to order an immediate evacuation into the lifeboat until the danger passed. Tethered to the main ship with a tow rope, they waited. As ocean swells rise, tension builds, and the rope violently snaps. The crew vanished because a standard safety protocol was completely ruined by a single mechanical failure. Following the discovery, a prize crew boarded the abandoned Mary Celeste and successfully sailed the vessel the rest of the way into a safe port. The ship survived this journey, only to be intentionally wrecked off the coast of Haiti decades later as part of an insurance fraud scheme. The vessel survived the Atlantic, but no trace of the 10 people aboard the lifeboat has ever been found. The legacy of the Mary Celeste serves as a sobering reminder. Even the most experienced, rational decisions can end in disaster with just one gust of wind and a broken rope.